Yo, what's going on YouTube? Back again with another video. Today I'm just gonna give y'all some of my in-game defensive tips. Not gonna make a long intro. Gonna go ahead and get into it, but first, once we hit 1,000 subs, we are doing a 100k MT giveaway. And let me know down in the comments what you want to see from this channel. I am gonna be doing a Goat Magic gameplay and plan to also make a video showing y'all how I built the team I have without spending money. And without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the video. Alright, so we're in a game, and the two best tips I could give y'all from the get-go is be aggressive and make the other player uncomfortable. If the other player is frustrated or uncomfortable, they're going to take bad shots, make bad passes. But if you just sit there and don't be aggressive and they're comfortable, they're going to cook you. Alright, let's go ahead and get into my defensive settings. For my on-ball pressure, I put it on smothered to not give the ball carrier enough room. And for off-ball pressure, I put it on tight. That way, they don't have space, but they can't get the backdoor cuts. And then drive help rules on no help. I'd rather do the help myself than a bot. Alright, a quick tip for the tip-off. As soon as the ref starts moving his hand upward, press Y. You'll win the tip-off every time. Always want to score on your first possession, even if it's just with your point guard. Just set the tone for the game. And then on defense, you want to make them make mistakes and then capitalize off of those mistakes every time. And you don't always have to on-ball on defense. You can switch between on-ball and off-ball. That's usually what I do. But here on this possession, I wasn't even playing on-ball, and we got the steal. Make your opponents make mistakes and then capitalize off of those mistakes every time. You can make people quit in the first quarter every time. Now, being aggressive, you are going to make mistakes sometimes. They will score. This is not a perfect type of defense to run. But by the way, you're just running man with these settings. You can on-ball and go for steals, or you can off-ball and sit in the passing lanes. But the premise of the defense is to make your opponent uncomfortable and make them take bad shots, just like they did on that possession. You want your opponent to be uncomfortable. You want the lead. You want to make them get frustrated, because trust me, people do not play well when they're frustrated. So you got to capitalize off of other people's mistakes. Hit threes, hit your shots, make sure you get green, and just like that, it's not that hard to make people rage quit. Next, get in the passing lanes and get steals, or bait passes by making your opponent think his players are open when really you're right there to get the interception. Alright, another example of a good possession. I'm sitting here running around with Glenn Rice. I'm trying to keep the ball away from Luka. And therefore, I distract him. He passes. Kobe's right there. We got the steal and the bucket. And we're going to do it back to back. One thing a lot of players don't know is you don't have to be manning your player. You just press X and the guy closest to the ball will swipe. That's how I got that steal right there with Glenn Rice. Same thing works for rebounds. Now, we didn't capitalize on that possession, but we get him right here on defense, make him take a bad shot, and then we get the rebound. Now, for rebounding, you don't even have to man your defense. You just click Y, and the guy closest to the board will go for the board. Now, this is a close game, so every possession matters, and you can't score without the ball. So something I like doing on defense is calling double teams. It throws off the offense. You could oftentimes force a bad shot, just like I did right here on this possession. Gets us the ball. So to call the double team, you use an off-ball man and hit LB on Xbox or L1 on PS4. And it throws off offenses more than you know. Look, we're going to make this guy take a bad shot here, try to throw it out, and it gets us the ball back. It's so simple. Now, this is their very next possession. We get another steal. Right here, We go down, drive to the basket, and the dunk. It doesn't get more simple than that. Another quick tip I could give y'all is make sure your defender is set up on the ball carrier's dribbling hand. That way that you could get more steals and less fouls and more dunks. Now with your drive help rules on no help, you got to be responsible for putting your players in position. If you see an open man, go out to him. And if you can keep everybody covered, you force a bad shot. You get the ball, go down and score. Now, as you can see on this possession, we got him uncomfortable. If he could barely get past half court, he's not going to be comfortable. And he's frustrated, man. We're not giving him any open shots, so he's just taking low percentage contested shots. So what do? We get the ball, take it down the court, dunk on their heads. And through solely good defense and hitting greens, we have given ourselves a 25-point lead at this point in the game. People get frustrated, especially if they're still making turnovers. It's just a blowout at this point. Trust me, y'all, it is not as difficult as it looks. Just play good defense, whether you're on-balling or off-balling. Force a bad shot, go down the court, and score. Now using all of those tips, whether it's the first quarter or later on in the game, you will force them to quit. Use great defense and turn it into great offense. You don't even have to be good offensively. You just have to clamp up, lock down, get in the passing lanes, get steals, and you will win games. Trust me. Now I got one more game for y'all, and it does not matter who you have on your team or who you're playing against. We're playing against a guy with Rudy Gay. That means he's gone 12-0 for 5 months. So he's going to be good. But I don't get intimidated by that because I play sound defense. You can't get stressed out during the game and start making bad decisions. Okay, so as you can see here, near the end of the third quarter, we're down by 10 points. A normal player would have been stressed by now making bad decisions, but you have to stay calm and just play like you normally do. 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. We got to get some stops here. So I'm shading off with Anthony Davis, making Wilt think he's wide open, getting back to him for the good contest, and now we got the ball. So notice what he did here. I drove in with Anthony Davis. He didn't rotate on defense. That's a wide open 3 for Joel Embiid. Alright, 2 minutes, 4-point game. We need a stop. He throws a bad alley-oop. So we take advantage of his mistake, push it up to Glenn Rice, and get the score to force a 2-point game. Alright, close game. This is big right here. So I call the double team to throw off the offense and force a bad shot. We got the rebound. Now it's time to capitalize. I gave it to Glenn Rice, and I knew I had to be patient, but I wanted a big play. So I went for the 3, and just like that, with 1.5 minutes left, we got a 1-point lead, and we are not looking back. We forced another bad shot, and now we have the ball back in our possession, and we're just going to extend the lead right here. So during the game, he had been passing a lot to Rudy Gay right as he was driving the ball up. So I made sure Kobe was there on defense and we could clamp that up, force him to go out of bounds. And now we have the ball and we have time on our side. So we chewed up as much clock as we could. Now he's got no option left but to foul. And just like that, that's how you make people rage quit in NBA 2K20 Myteam. Thank you all for watching my video. Just some quick tips for in-game. Hopefully I helped y'all out. Let me know down in the comments if you learned anything new. 100,000 MT giveaway when we hit 1,000 subs. And that's going to be all for me today. I'll see y'all in the next one.